All right, and welcome back. This is another video. This one's in support of George Allen LPs and CDs. And George has a contest going, and we like contests. It supports each other in our vinyl community. It's very important. Commenting videos, making videos, that's cool, talking about music, but supporting each other is just so important. And I had so much support. I ran a contest not long ago. Thank you. But this is all about George, and if most of you are going to know his channel, but very simply, he asked us to show 3 to 5 singer-songwriter albums, and I'm very excited about this. And I'm just going to start right off with the great late Gene Clark of the Byrds, of the Christy Minstrels originally. And Gene, came to Los Angeles. And him and Roger McGuinn, that is, were so turned on by the Beatles that they ended up incorporating great songwriting, which Gene is just a natural-born songwriter, always was. And so they incorporated that Beatle-esque style with great lyrics, and him being a natural songwriter, it was just a perfect storm for the band of the Byrds. Now, in his solo career, starting with Gene Clark and the Gosden Brothers, he never really had a whole lot of commercial success in his life. So many great albums, White Light, No Other, on and on and on. But this is So Rebellious a Lover with Carla Olson. And this is where Gene got it back together pretty much to put out a fine album. And on here, we have Gypsy Rider, Delgado, Fair and Tender Ladies is just so beautiful. Let me show you the songs. And, him and Graham Parsons pretty much, with a few others, single-handedly invented country rock, with the Gosden Brothers coming in to do that first album with Gene. And it was... the bummer is that the Gosden Brothers from 1966 was released at the very same time that Younger Than Yesterday was released, the Byrds album. So it wasn't very good timing for Gene to start off on a solo career. So next up is a singer-songwriter from, and Ralph Emery from that Nashville show, the one. He said that Mickey Newbury was he was the first hippie cowboy, which I just think is so cool because, country rock, spurred and spawned out of that whole country thing and rock and roll. And Mickey Newbury was one of the very first to rebel against the conventions of the Nashville Music Society. I mean, really before Waylon. Hank Williams, yes, but Mickey Newbury, because he was a part of the Nashville Songwriters. So this is Frisco Mabel Joy, and Mickey Newbury wrote an American trilogy. Let me show you. And that's the American trilogy is the one that Elvis performed pretty much nightly, actually nightly from his comeback. I was there July of '69, and epic trilogy that Elvis would perform, and again, written by Mickey Newbury. Mickey Newbury wrote so many great songs. I'm really into him as of late in the past year or two, and I'm trying to find as many Mickey Newbury records as I can. So, Mickey Newbury from Houston, Texas. All right. My third record is a young man that passed away way too soon at age 38, and that's Justin Townes Earl, Steve Earle's son. Such a gifted songwriter. And Justin, he's so old-timey and traditional, but yet so inventive. So you got to put him right up there with the great Townes Van Zandt or Guy Clark or his dad. I mean, really, Justin Townes Earl. This is the only record I have by him. Kids in the Street, it's more produced. It's full band. But his songs, for instance, I was listening to a playlist that I put together, bookcased in between two Ryan Adams songs, I Just Might by Ryan Adams and Oh My Sweet Carolina with Emmy Lou doing the backup vocals on that. What a great Ryan Adams song from Heartbreaker. But in between those songs, Justin Townes Earl's Lone Pine Hill was in there. And I swear, I mean, Lone Pine Hill blew both of Ryan Adams' songs away. I mean, that's how good and how great of a songwriter Justin was. What a loss. What a shame. And I'm really getting more and more into Justin Townes Earl. Love the singer-songwriter. I mean, he's country, rock and roll, and a lot of soul. All right, Justin Townes Earl. And another artist who pretty much single-handedly, almost, along with Gene Clark and others, to invent country rock. Of course, Ringo, being a big Buck Owens fan in 1964, 1965, he would buy all of Buck's albums, Ringo would. And for Ringo to sing Act Naturally on a Beatles album, it was things like that. And Satisfied Mind for Chris Hillman, who was in the bluegrass band, the Hillman, before the Byrds, to do Satisfied Mind on a Byrds album very early on, really started the whole country rock thing. But this is Grievous Angel, Graham Parsons. Now, this is the last solo album by Graham. This was released 4 months after his death. His manager, buried him out in Joshua Tree National Forest out in Southern California. That's a whole story in itself. A lot of you are going to know it. But Graham liked to call his music a hybrid of, country and rock and roll. And he called it cosmic American music. And I thought that was really cool. Now, the backing band for Graham on this is Elvis's band. James Burton is on here. Elvis Presley's touring band, worked with Graham on Grievous Angel. Let me show you the hype. And you've got Return of the Grievous Angel. You got Hearts on Fire, I Can't Dance, Brass Buttons, $1,000 Wedding. Just so amazing. You've got Hickory Wind and Love Hurts, and that's by Bordeaux Bryant. That's who wrote the song. And the Everly Brothers originally did the great song Love Hurts. But the way Graham and Emmy Lou, their harmonies just soar on Love Hurts. So the great late Graham Parsons, singer-songwriter. And my last one is an artist that does it all. Declan McManus, Elvis Costello. The country stylings of Almost Blue, recorded in Nashville, Tennessee. This is from 1981. And he does covers here, guys, of Hank Williams, Merle Haggard, George Jones, and Graham Parsons on this record. And so here he covers Tonight the Bottle Let Me Down, How Much I Lied, A Good Year for the Roses, George Jones. Fantastic. Let me show you this. Almost Blue, 1981. So, guys, thanks so much. George, good luck with everything. And we'll see you real soon. Subscribe to George Allen LPs and CDs. Thanks a lot, guys.